Hey guys. Surprise.
Nice clubhouse.
It was very emotional for me, you know. I think that I think this was something that was very much earned, you know. I think that, you know, obviously Han is very special to me. I feel like I grew up with Han, with Sung, and you know, we've gone through such a great journey. So when we left, I felt like, okay, that's, you know, that's it. That's the end of our chapter with this character. But then when I found out what happened, Sung was with me. We were at this Better Luck Tomorrow screening at the Egyptian for our 15th anniversary, and one of the fans brought up Justice for Han, and I was really curious, and when they told me what happened, I was blown away. I was baffled. I didn't know, like, why would anybody do that? And also the treatment to Han, you know, that made no sense to me. So yeah, I definitely like emotionally reacted, and I had a very similar reaction to with the fans, and so when I came back, it just felt like, wow, it's almost like a poetic. I feel like this movement for Justice for Han was needed, but at the same time, me coming back felt like, oh, I get to now re-engage with Han and Sung, and so it felt very much like it was meant to be, you know. And I give the fans so much credit for them to love that character so much that when there was something that was wrong, they voiced it to a point where I think we could have a real discussion. So having him come back, you know, that for all that to happen meant a lot. And so the creative with Sung, that was just the icing on the cake. That was just fun, you know?
Yeah, you know, it's a special opportunity, you know, to be able to continue to work with your friend in this business. It's rare, you know. You meet so many people on a set, on one project, and sometimes you never see them again. But, you know, Justin and I, you know, we spent most of our careers together, you know, and it's funny how we started with Han, and we're back with Han, but we're older. And I think if, you know, the Justice for Han campaign started a little earlier, I don't think maybe we wouldn't have been ready as just people. You know, Justin's a father, he's older, I'm older. You know, life lessons have taught us certain things that we can put into our art. So, you know, it was an honor to be invited back from the fans. It was an honor to be able to work with your friend that cares about this character so much. I mean, it means so much as an artist to have someone care about a character, you know, and understand you deeply enough to know where your strengths are and your weaknesses are, and to be able to affect people through a character, and to do it with a friend that you started your career with. You know, that journey together is really the Hollywood dream come true.
Yeah, you know, I think on every level, I think on the story level, it meant a lot for us to earn that scene. But for, you know, just us as, you know, the cast and me, you know, it was just nice to be able to kind of share that space again, you know. And it was interesting because we were shooting in London, and you know, I feel like I saw Sung, and you know, but I didn't even realize the emotional impact it was going to have when we were all in that moment and just reconnecting. That was like it felt very real, and it was a true connection, even though we've seen each other. But for that moment to happen, it really did feel like the weight and the emotion of it was very true.
You know, time is the test of truth. After years of not seeing each other, coming back together, the camera doesn't lie. We did miss each other. You realize all those years together and all those films together, there is a bond, and we are family. And it's just, it's hard to describe in words because it's just something that I think we as humans need, and we know when it's honest or not, and no matter how dysfunctional our family is, we are a family, and it's great to see each other, Beautiful.
I think when I left, obviously, the decision was made that Bryan O'Connor was gonna be part of this universe, even after Paul's passing. And I think for me, I think that is something that I will never take for granted. And I want to make sure whatever we do in a very respectful way. And I think that I think to know that his character is living on means a lot. I know to me, I know to all the fans. And it's something that, creatively, we're always talking about, making sure that, we respect Paul and, at the same time as we're building out our next chapters.
Well, Justin hasn't changed in his approach to actors, because as a director, you are the coach. You're the coach of the team, and it's you set the tone, you set the energy, and Justin just has a natural leadership ability. It's like being on the basketball team, with a great coach. So the energy and the communication and the feeling of being supported by the director has always been there from the beginning, and it continues, and that's why the actors from the Fast and Furious franchise and any project that Justin works on, they want to keep working with him. They love it when he comes back because they feel protected as actors, right? So that, in terms of his process as a director, hasn't changed. But what has changed is the scope and the level of, ability. After years and honing his craft and still seeing that he has passion for what he does is inspiring. Some people just get jaded, they get sick of it, and they don't want to do it anymore. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. But he's still here, and he's still trying to put his fingerprint on these films that he makes and have a deeper message to it somehow, and that's exciting to see because that the fire is going to keep going, even if no matter what success, there's always something more.
I lost count after 200, so I don't have the exact number for you. I would say that the scale of this movie by far is the biggest we've ever attempted, So yeah, I know that we passed 200 on another film, but for sure this one we crashed more cars than any other.
Living in mine.
We going wild. We on the loose.
Not today.